Bash provides for string manipulations like concatenation, substring extraction, and replacement. Probably the simplest string manipulation you'll use is concatenation, sticking one string onto the end of another, and it's really straightforward. For this movie, I'll just use the command line instead of a script file. I'll set A equals to hello and B equal to world. And then to create a string out of both of these put together or concatenated together, I'll define the variable C equal to A and B just right next to each other. And if I echo that, you can see I have my concatenated string. You can find out how long a string is using a pound or hash sign in front of the variable name. Here I'm using parameter expansion, and you can see when I run that, I get the length of each of those strings, A and C, 5 and 10 characters respectively. You can also ask to just have a certain piece or a substring from an existing string. And for that, you'll use a colon followed by an index number to start from. Keep in mind that the first character is at index 0. So I'll define the variable D equal to C:3, and then I'll echo out D. And you can see here, I have the substring starting at the third character. I can also ask for a specific number of characters after that position. In this case, starting at character 3 and asking for 4 characters after that. And I get back low. And if I use a negative number, I can count from the end of the string instead of the beginning. Here, I'm getting 4 characters at the end of the string. Note that you need to put a space before the dash or it won't work. And here's the first 3 letters of the last 4 letters, a chunk of 3 letters starting from 4 in from the end of the string. You might use this to extract a date code from a file name, for example, if you know exactly where that date appears in the string. You might also find yourself needing to replace text in a string with some other text. There's a couple ways to go about this. First, I'll define a string. Here, I have the name of the variable I want to work with, in this case the string fruit, followed by 1/, the term I want to replace, in this case banana, another slash, and the string I want to replace the first instance of the search term with, in this case durian. And when I run it, I can see that it replaced the first instance of banana, even though there's 2. So what if I want to replace both of those? Well, that's just a minor change, and instead of having 1/ right before my search term, I put in 2, and it replaces all of the instances of that string. There's a couple modifiers you should know about too. If you use a number or pound sign in front of the search term in a single replacement, it'll replace the term only if it's the very beginning of the string. In this case, it replaced apple because it is at the very beginning of the string. If I try something that's not, like banana, it leaves my string completely unchanged. If you use a % instead, it'll replace the term only if it's at the end of the string, as you can see here. And if I use it on a term that's not at the end of the string, again, it leaves the string unchanged. Of course, you can use matching with these too. You can see how powerful this is, and you'll probably use it in your scripts quite a bit.